Good morning. So today we will discuss about the web services. So let first we'll create a project. So this year, here we will see like we will create some as a sample project. So like means whatever the changes continuously, like next 1 or 2 days, like we will discuss continuously on this. So that is like means here we in this we will integrate multiple things in a single project like registration, login, after that some other data, session management, and next. So if internet is not there, so like that majority of the things we will incorporate in this year. So but how that uh, will work step we will see here. So before that year we're supposed to see few things. So first, what is web service that we need to concentrate first. So like so what we did is as of now, whatever the data it is there in our locally that we handle here. But now I want this data to be accessed from the live, like what means from the server side. So if someone has like how to add access this data in our Android, we won't access the server data directly with the data binding. Means if you want to access the data from server side, do I need to know about the MySQL queries? Means here simply it's no, because we don't access the server directly. So here there is a dependency is there, that is we use the API layer. So through API layer we can connect and we can interact with that. So that is okay, but how that is happening that we used to discuss here. Right. So here first of all web service. So this web service is nothing but what is web service? This is the first of all, it is a platform independent. Platform independent. So independent. So what it can do, like this can be written, let us say in Java. I can access this in PHP, Android, means that is in a Kotlin or Java. So iOS or Angular, like wherever you want, in all the places you can utilize this. Means once one API is ready, that you can use in any of the platform. So any of the platform you can use. So that is the main advantage with this web services here, right? So that how this will work. So in a similar like in a simple way, I'll explain you. So this is Hyderabad. So we are in Hyderabad. So here in Hyderabad, I have a bangle store. So I have a bangle store, right? So as of now, what I'm doing here, I'm buying those bangles locally in Hyderabad with 10% of profit. Okay, 10% of profit. Right. So then someone say, so if you want 40% profit, so you can buy the bangles from bank. Okay, they said that you want like you can get these products from the Bangalore with 40% of profit. So definitely we will think that oh, it is a good offer. So we used to utilize this. So, but I want to utilize this offer. How can I buy from here? So there is a different ways, like maybe I can travel, right? Maybe I can travel, or I can travel, or I can do something online, right? So let us say I travel from here to back. Okay. So now actual issue has came. So once I traveled to Bangalore, so now as a Hyderabadi person, I know only Telugu. As a Bangalore person, so you know only Kannada. So then how can I buy those products? So there is a issue. So that time I went through one translator. So translator. So I went along with the translator. So what this translator will do? So whatever I'm explaining in Telugu, he will explain that. He'll explain that into uh, Kannada, and what he is explaining in Kannada, again he is explaining that into Telugu to me. So that I ordered like multiple things. So I added around 40 different items. So each quantity has 200, 300 like that I added. So then what he did, so he said to the worker, so you can go and pack all this. So those you can bring from the go down and pack this all the things. Right. Then he packed those all the things and he hand over to me. I have paid. Then I pack with the stock whatever I want. Right. So same concept here also it will work. But how that same similar concept here it will work. See here now I'm here. Let us say I'm from the Android, right? I'm writing the web service code in Kotlin. Okay. I use one concept called API. So that is a web service API. Okay. I'll send that request to, let us say, PHP or Java or .NET, whatever it is. So I'm sending the request to their you to PHP. But I don't know PHP. Nobody. That API will take care. So whatever my understandable language, I send to the API. So here what I'm doing here in API language means that is in the form of JSON. So this data I'm sending in the form of JSON. So once whatever I requested, let us say I want to register. So I have sent my name, email ID, password, mobile number, address, like that. I have sent few details, 10 details. Let us say I have sent 10 details to that sir. So then what happened here? So that request I sent in the form of API. So what he will do means he will PHP who written that PHP code. So he will return what means he will read whatever the data we sent in an API. Means before reading him, he don't know about the Kotlin, right? So that's the reason we are sending that data in the form of API. So means I like translator. So that API, whatever the API data we read, that he convert into his local, that is a PHP. Then he will do DB operations. Means he will check in a database, okay, with this mail ID, this mobile number, user is exist or not. He will check. If user is exist, he says that already exist. That again, if user is not exist, then you will insert. So once you will insert, you will get a response to that PHP code. Okay, inserted successfully. Then again, you convert that into the API format. So again, you will send the response back to the JSON in the form of JSON to us. So we don't know PHP, but we can capable to read the API data. So that API through API data, whatever the communication is happened, so that we will convert into our understandable Kotlin that we will show here in a user interface. That is so that is happening here majority of the cases, right? Hope this is clear, right? This is the way the API communication will happen. But here, how many types of? So there are many types as there, like so sax. So then to rest, this we can say restful. But nowadays, everyone are using this the RESTful services. So now we're supposed to see on a RESTful services. So this RESTful services, like how we will do this using this RESTful services. So in the RESTful services, that too we are using in the form of JSON we are doing here. So again in this RESTful services, there are some subcategories. So like those subcategories are like put, push, get, post. So these all are the categories. So these all are the categories. It can be like this. So this is like, so next is a JSON. So what is JSON? So JSON is nothing but here. This is the Java script object notation. The JavaScript object notation. So why this JSON? Why not different? Means here the JSON is the very simple, lightweight, and here there is no use like we use data. We can whatever we want that we can manage with easily. We can manage other things, right? You can, if you want, you can define your own tags. So that is the reason we are preferring this JSON. So here in this there are only two concepts. One is the JSON object, other is the JSON array. Only in the form of two formats we will get the data, either JSON object or JSON array. Only in these two formats we will get the data, right? So how this both will work? Like if you want to declare the JSON object, how to declare the JSON object? So I want to declare a JSON object. So JSON object always will be defined within the spaces. Like first one is the key. So comma value. So like this, key comma value. So let us say I want to write one example here. So key is the name. So second here, I want to write the name here. So I have one more. So like one more key. So that is the mobile. Right. So here mobile like this. So how many parameters are there? Like with separation of the commas like this we will write. So either you can send or receive the data with this format only. You will receive or send this data, right? Next here object array will define like this. So this is the array here with the separation of comma, means the keys will be fixed, right? Like this we will get the number of nodes. So like here, this name will be same. Here it will change like this, and mobile number also like. So it means here multiple people data will get here this like this. So this is the array, means only we can get the data in these two variants. Right. Hope as of now it is clear, right? Then, so if I want to create a web service program, means the dynamic program. So without this knowledge, even you won't get a fresher job also, because every project or every person nowadays is expecting the dynamic only. So with the dynamic only, everyone will check this. So with dynamic only, we can get this. Without that dynamic service knowledge, we won't get the job, because if you do the static application, there is no value for the static application, right? So like I'll do shopping cart application has a static. So someone has to order one product where that request will goes. And once that request as like someone is ordered, we don't know he ordered or not, and we cannot communicate with them. So that's the reason everyone will like go with the this dynamic only. So for this dynamic now, how can we get the APIs? Means provide who will provide APIs. So here this person like who are handling the backend code, like just now we said we are communicating with the PHP. So these people will give the APIs in case .NET. So .NET people will give. In case like other technology, like whatever this is, the backend technology, Python, whatever it is. So those people will give the APIs. So if those people will give the APIs, how that communication will happen? See, is how they will give the APIs. So there are multiple tools are there to test APIs. So one is some people will use the tool called Swagger. Some people will give the that is a Postman collection. Postman. Some people will give the API document. So this is the like multiple cases they will give this. So if they give API document, we used to test that using something like either Swagger or Postman, something like we can use the tool and we used to test that. Right, but for this now, what should I check here? See, let us say this is the PHP, like here, this is the tools, first tools here. So Swagger should be tightly coupled with project. So this Swagger, it is tightly coupled to the project. So project wise it is. So it cannot define this like this. So it can be tightly coupled to every project. So in every project we used to write the API. So there you will get the details of full details of Swagger like this. So here you will get the data. So it's a we used to do in project level. But there is a next tool. So that is Postman. So this Postman here we can use this for any project. Like here there are two things are there here. This Postman, so you can copy, you can download and you can save in your locally. So means from here by click here So you can download for the your system so that it can be saved on your all programs. From there you can open or you can access through cloud. Anything is okay. So here now we used to see the API request and responses. Like here, once I click something here, my workspace. So even on your, if you install in a desktop also, you will get the same. See here. So from here, I want to test some APIs. So let us say I want to collect some APIs. So someone has given the API document like that. I want to access within this here. So like I want to see, I want to give the new collection here. So that is this is like whenever they given, like you can create a project wise. So I can create one workspace. So next, so the name I'll give as a class. Right here you can create the workspace. So the workspace has created here. So that is the class, right? Now, so I want to test one API, or you can save as in a collection also. Like here, you can create a collection and you can add as a collection. Either anything is okay. So this is the new collection. The new collection name we can give as a class. Right. So from here now, I want to test one API. So where we can get this API. So here, add request. So see, this is the types I said, right? Get post done like this. So I want to use the post. So I have API, we will add here. So here it is the URL. We will add this URL. So this is the URL. This we after that I modified something. So that is the so this is the URL. So then this is the request. So here the request is also have the different types. So one is form data, other is the some other data. So here we used to add in a body. So in a body, this particular case, it is the raw data. So I'm adding the raw data here like this. So here, whenever we add that, here you used to use the text. So now I'm sending the request. But while you are sending this request, internet should be present on your Excel. So not found. Invalid input failed. Mhm. wait this registration register dot that key I have copied somewhere like recently the file I have modified. Let me check that file. So this API I have created in my project only, my website only. Okay, register dot is clear. Now, okay, here it is. Colon is missed. This colons has came in a wrong format from there to here we copied, right? So it should be like this. The path is correct. So when this path is correct, see keys should be in red color, value should be this color like this. See, if you will be like this, so you can say has your code is working properly like that. So this is right now. We will send a request. See, you are created successfully. Success. Like let I send this request again. Email already exists. Status fail. So this is the way they will give a request. So this here we are having this request. So I'll save this. So once I'll save this request, so this request will be saved within this year. So here we can able to see that API. Right. Hope this is clear. Right now, here already we created a project. Here we used to start that. So first of all, here I want to create a UI for that. So what are the fields is required for this UI? So as for the request, name, right? Name, password, email ID. Three fields plus one submit button, right? To do these three things, so here we have to add some this, but here I want to do this user interface with material concepts because as of now we not yet touch the material concepts. So I want to do that with material concept. So for that first I am creating here this is the linear layout. I'll do this relative layout. So relative layout, right? Relative layout. Then within this relative layout, again here I am creating one linear layout to match parent, wrap content, orientation, vertical, right? So after this, I'll close. How this here we should close linear layout, right? Okay, here it is. All right, we close linear layout, right? So for this linear layout, I'm giving some card view. So that is match parent, wrap content. Then I'll give some margin NDP, So then this card view I'll close after this linear layout. Right, so some of the advanced viewing we are doing here. This, right, see here. Here you can feel some 3D effect card views. So this is the 3D effect we are creating. So something like different thing it is coming in the background, right? So I don't want this. These are the constant layout, right? So here I'll add register register here. So I'm adding this register here. So this register here now, like this, I added this, right? So this, I'll give this for this register here. I want to align the center. So like I'll give the layout gravity. So center. So text has moved to center, right? Now for this, I want exact in the center of the page. So that is using the central horizontal true. And the next is the central vertical true. So horizontal is not required because it is occupied. So we will do central vertical true. I want this, whatever design we are doing, that exactly the center of the page. Right. Next year, we need a edit text, but I don't want to give the regular edit text. So I open here one thing that is material design in Android. So in a material design, so just you can search their material design Android. So this is the web material design. So nowadays everyone are using this material concept. So yeah, like this. So these all are the components. So once we go to the components, yeah, these all are the components here, right? So now this cards, just now we use that card, that is a card with like I want button, right? So here there are various buttons. So this code, no need to remember, just you can remember the process like here. See, there are different types of buttons. So what button you want to implement, that you can get to know that here. So these are the different buttons. But if you want the code, you can go to implementation. So in the implementation, here you will get all the button references like here says. So which button you want to use. So you can copy that button code from here. So text button. So this is the code for the text button. Means whatever the regular button we are adding. So for that here, see extra we are adding the style. That's it. So remaining everything is the same. Like this is the next text button. After that, this is the outline button. Next, this is the contain button. So I want to use this contain button. I have pasted this contain button. See, the button has created like this. Right. So for this also, I want to give the gravity center. So it is center. So instead of this, I use here register. Right, register. Done. I have given that like this. So then this ID I'll give as a register. So button has created. But before this, I want edit text. So that way we can say has the text fields. So that is the text fields here. So let us search the text field. So the text fields also here, we have multiple types of text fields. So that is here. So filled, so this is like filled, outlined, so filled and outlined. So like we can define, see this is like, it will come, this is the fill and this is the outline. So you can use any one of this from here, right? So to use this, so here now again go to the implementation. So in the implementation, here now we used to do like what kind of material effect we need. So this is the text field, edit text. Like I can go a little bit down. So this is the yeah, this is the process like this. We can take, this is the field. Let us say I want outline. So this is outline. See here, this text, this style will define, that is this. So this is, here I pasted once. So this is for, let us say this is for the username. This is for the email. This is for the password. So like we pasted 3 times, right? Now we will modify this. So this I'll change as a password. So this I'll change as a hint. We will give as a password. Right. Next. This we will change as an email. So this we will change as an email. Right. Then this we will change as a user name. And this we will change as a user name. Right. So it has created like this, right? So for this, so it is almost every text as touching, right? So let's give some margin for each component, margin and padding. So padding 5 dp, margin 5 dp, right? So this I can apply for this parameter. So here I'm applying for the 3. Right. Now this is aligned in a proper. So even for button also we will give some margin padding like this, right? So now the UI is ready like this. Is it clear or you have any questions in this? Because the material concepts here, just I don't, I means I not did anything, just whatever it is here, just I follow the documentation that I used here, that's it. Right, now I want, so if this I want to access there, so what should I do here now? So here we used to add one layout for adding the data point, right? So we will close after this here the data point. right? So the UI is done for the registration, right? So here now data binding. So data binding related things we have to add. So the data binding enable equal to true. So we'll add data binding enable equal to true. So we are thinking this. So here we will add the data binding. So where binding colon activity main binding. So we'll handle nullify condition. Right. Otherwise we'll add binding equal to data binding util dot. So till this is not a regular only the instead of regular design, we use the component called material component, right? So this we imported. So this is the on regular basis we done this, right? So after that now we actually enter into the this code, like whatever the web services code. But to handle web services, here currently we are using two concepts. One is the retrofit, other is the volley. So what is retrofit and what is volley? What we are going to use this, that we will discuss in next class, and we will continue the program in next class.